Hi, welcome back. So what I'm going to be doing now is doing some sample hands of Edgar Markov. Last two videos I presented the deck because you saw what was in it. Now I'm going to check the mana flow, see if I've got a good count of red mana sources, white mana sources, black, and so on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not too bad. So, starting hand, I've got 2 vampires that cost 5, but I have enough lands. Put this where everybody can see it better. So I've got Urborg, High Market, I've got my black source, white source, and I can go find my red source. I have Drowned the Last Blood Chief, 5 casting for a 4 for a flyer, Bloodburn of Vizkopa, 5 casting for a 4 for a lifelink or protection from white and black. So I'm not going to be doing much in the early turns. I'll keep it. So let's imagine that we're playing a game with 2 of the players. Typically 3 people meeting is all we've been able to manage in the last few sessions we've had. So draw for my turn. Mountain. So turn 1, I'll play Arid Mesa, sacrifice it to go find a red source and put it into play tapped. Looking for a shock land. Are my bloody shock lands at the bottom? It looks like it. Actually, since I'm going to put it in play tapped anyway, as I've got nothing to cast with it, I'm just going to get my Triome. So, shuffle this beast. Something else I've been thinking of is the Necromancer's Covenant. As anybody who saw my part 2 of presenting Edgar Markov, Necromancer's Covenant is something I've been thinking of cutting for the deck. 1, it fractionally lowers the overall casting cost. 2, I might have something more effective, but then I've been thinking, okay, what am I going to replace it with? Something I was thinking to replace it with is a Cryptic Gateway. Cryptic Gateway is a 5 casting cost artifact from Onslaught. It says tap to choose a creature. I don't think you choose the creature, actually. I think you just tap 2 creatures, and then from your hand, you can put into play. You're not actually casting it or playing it, you're just putting it into play. So casting effects don't trigger. A creature that shares a type with those 2 creatures. Now, on the surface of it, so I'll untap for my turn, draw a card. Oh, another 5 caster, fantastic. I'm not going to be doing anything for a while. On the surface of it, that's not a bad card in this deck, because I should be creating lots of tokens. But the thing is, without many ways of drawing cards, I'll have a hand like this, where if I won't have that much else to do with the mana. I don't have a lot of instants, so I'll probably be hard casting them anyway, and eventually I'll hit diminishing returns, where I just don't have anything worth tapping 2 of my potential blockers, potential attackers for, in order to drop something into play. So I can't do anything else. Alright, let's imagine the other lads have done their turn. Draw. Okay, here's something useful. So, land tax. Okay. So let's untap. Now, for the purpose of this simulation, I'm going to imagine that at least one of my opponents has played a 4th land, so I can tax. So I just go through, find swamp, plains, mountain. I'm still in a situation where I will only have 4 mana. Everything in my hand that I can cast costs 5. So I'll probably be discarding some of these lands, but I'm not terribly worried about that. Shuffle. Okay. So I've untapped, upkeep, draw. Okay, so for simulation purposes, I'm going to imagine I don't need the damnation. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I need to discard 2 cards. I will discard a plains and a swamp. Okay. Next turn. Oh, I could have used him a while ago. And again, for the purpose of the simulation, I'm just seeing how well the flow of the deck is. So I'm already seeing that perhaps it's just this shuffle. I might not have enough cheap things to do. I might not have enough vampires that cost less than 5 in the deck. Or perhaps it's just this hand, this luck of the draw. Who knows? But anyway, I could either cast the Falconwrath Exterminator, which would probably get killed, Drana. Drana or Blood Baron. So I'll put Drana the Last Blood Chief into play. Red, black, white, black. Return to play. Move all this up so it's still on camera. Anyone associate land tax? Looks like something else I'm going to need to do is get a wider angle camera. Alright, so let's keep going. Untap. Set this over there. Draw for my turn. Patriarch's Bidding. Anybody that plays Magic knows. Once in a while, you really want something to do. You'll need a card. You want to do something cool. Maybe Vanquisher's Banner. Maybe Cathar's Crusade. Something that's relevant. This is just not relevant right now. Perhaps I should have discarded those 2 vampires. Anyway, so what would I do on this turn? First, I would just attack somebody with Drana. Why not? That's what she's there for. She's there to beat face. Move these over a bit. Then post-combat, I expect everybody that's watching this can see the misplay I just made. So, instead of attacking with Drana, I could have played this Urborg, I could have cast Edgar, and I could have attacked with both of them. But I didn't do that. So let's play Urborg. And let's tap all this for... let's get the Blood Baron out there. So I have a 4/4 lifelinker next turn. Okay. The other players take their turn. I untap. All of them are a bit nervous now because I have 6 mana. Edgar sitting in the command zone. I have these 2 vampires. Draw a card. Oh, nice. Drana Liberated. Now I have a lot more decisions I can make. So, I'll play my land. Do I want to play her, or do I want to play him? I think I'll play Edgar. So, red, red, black, black, wait, and wait, why not? Edgar comes into play. He has haste. So attack, attack, attack. Everybody gets a counter. Yep. Everybody gets a counter. So I hit for 15 on somebody. I really need to play this deck more. I really need to figure out how to revive my magic group. I also need to figure out how to better keep these on camera so people can see what's going on. Say I should. So, untap. Upkeep, yes, I've kind of ignored land tax. A lot of times these simulations, once I have enough land, I kind of ignore it, because that's typically what happens in the game. Once I have this much land, more often than not, somebody else has fallen behind, and land tax no longer triggers. So let's see what it again. I get a swamp. Nice. I'll pick up Urborg, and I'll put it over here on top of the high market that no one can see because it's off camera. Put the swamp down. Move my library a bit. Graveyard, so people can see I have one. Lands. So, none of these have haste. I guess it doesn't really matter. So, attack with Drana, attack with the Blood Baron, attack with Edgar. And again, I probably should have cast these first, so they get the tokens. They get the +1/+1 counters, not tokens. They get the counters. I didn't do that. I am making a lot of mistakes. So let's try this again with what I should have done. It's only a simulation. We can reset it as we choose. So, red, red, Falcon Wrath Exterminator. Black, black, white, Drana. And I'm rapidly running out of space here. Edgar attacks, Blood Baron and Drana attack. So Exterminator gets a +1/+1 counter, Drana gets a +1/+1 counter, these all get an additional counter. So they're all 6/6s now, so that's 18. Now, again, for the simulation purposes, I'm pretending that nobody has played a board wipe yet, which probably would have happened in an actual game. Damnation, Wrath of God, the Meshuggah blue player playing a bloody cyclonic rift on me. You know, any of those things would have happened. And also, at this point, I would have 2 1/1 vampire tokens because I cast 2 vampires. To keep things clean, and so I don't have to put as many things away, I'm not using the counters or the tokens while I'm simulating this. So untap, upkeep, draw, and I get Vana, Butcher of Magan. Visual lifelink, pay 7 life, destroy target non-land permanent. This is a good time for him because the first time I attacked with him, we would have got 4, and then another 5, and then 6 from the counters from Edgar. So I'd already be building up quite a bit of life in order to pay for Magan. But at this point, the deck has proven it's effective. As far as drawing, I have a decent variation of the colors I need, I was able to start getting things out, not quickly, but in time. Of course, it all depends on the game. If my friend was playing his Edric deck, I would have been hit hard long ago, and I might not have been able to recover as soon. Probably would have played this Damnation earlier. So with that, I'm going to reshuffle all this together and do another simulation to see how the draws are and how well it plays out. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a puff on my pipe. Talk to you soon.